Today, I will talk about the book Competitive People Strategy. This book serves as a rallying call to business leaders who are determined to lead their organizations towards growth, increased profitability, and a competitive advantage over their rivals. To be precise, it's a book that delves into the strategies of attracting, developing, and retaining the workforce necessary for the success of the business. It teaches the leaders how to create talent, how to properly utilize talent, how to retain talent in the face of a fragmented workforce, and how to assess strategic opportunities and scale organization through employees. It also teaches employees how to deal with workplace challenges, offering hiring solutions for interviewers. Undoubtedly, this book bears significant relevance for our aspiring business students, particularly those who want to study management in the future. Now, let's talk about the three top ideas. First of all is the importance of differentiation strategy. Strategy is a complete chain. Let's see. From the book, I get this picture. We can see employees has no impact on business success. Customers only focus on the actual value of the product and the service. Leaders should use the feedbacks to make demands on employees. Today's market is dominated by innovators we know. From the book Funky Business, capitalism is simply about creating a temporary multiplier. Once they find a market need, they quickly develop a product to match it, which will attract a lot of customers. If the company has no strategy and only imitates, it will only have a short-term developments, and only enterprises with unique value can benefit in the long term, which requires differentiation. Secondly, it's the corporate culture. It can't be ignored, Culture attracts talent. Shared culture and values make the goal of the company alive. The employee may ask a leader, do we have a core purpose? Why does the business exist? Or who are we seeking to serve and how we will know if it's successful? The answer to these questions will determine how do the employees behave when no one is watching them. So great leaders create purpose, direction, and values to guide their people as well as process to align and course correct. Also, they allow their people to be as self-directed as possible, and an inclusive culture allows space and a level of autonomy so that high-performing teams become the norm and the business is described as a great place to work by its people. The company needs more leadership and a lot less management. This will be an ongoing challenge. Thirdly, managers and leaders are not the same. It's important to distinguish between these two concepts. There is a famous quote says, managers do things right while leaders do the right things. This traditional view casts the manager as the dependable doer while leaders are the strategic. This view means what great people managers do for the business every day. It also often leads to managers being rebranded as leaders. However, leaders and managers should be focused on different activities. Let's see an example. Manager likes coach and leaders likes club. If companies confuse the two roles, the core activity of managers will be undervalued and not focused upon, with bad consequences for both the delivery of your competitive people strategy and your business results. Then I will critique 2 points. One is the narrow audience. First of all, this book is about business competition, so it may not be suitable for people in non-business fields. Secondly, although this book is widely used in business school courses and business management students, it's one of the main audience. Most of the people in the early stage of his career tend not to engage in leadership roles. They generally started at the bottom and gradually accumulate experience and skills before they are likely to rise to leadership positions. Thirdly, the book theory and framework are mainly suitable for large enterprises, especially in the competitive market, and not for small business and startups. Last but not least, while this book provides the theoretical framework and concepts, but in actual situation, the problems faced by firms tend to be more complicated. Therefore, translating theory into practical and feasible strategic actions may require in-depth analysis and judgment. Now, let's talk about another point. There are many disadvantages to hiring too many talents. First, the waste of resource. It will not only waste talent, but also waste wages, training costs, and management costs. Secondly, limited innovation. Too much focus on specialization can lead employees to be too focused on the usual practices in their own fields, and neglect innovation and thinking. Thirdly, difficulty in cultural integration. Highly professional employees may come from different backgrounds and professional fields, and their values and working styles may be different. If enterprises ignore cultural integration, it may lead to communication barriers and even internal cooperation problems and conflicts. Fourth, increasing employee turnover rate. In the case of a large number of talents, employees may leave their job due to lack of promotion opportunities and career development and other reasons. Okay, let's go to the next part. 3 practical pieces of advice for our students. First, what kind of talent should we be in the future? High emotional intelligence. How you define? It's difficult. Be capable. A lot of people do. Fast learning ability. Leaders don't have time to teach you. Beautiful. You are so confident. Okay, I will tell you what you need to be. First, think strategically, but also roll up sleeves and make things happen. This isn't ivory tower strategy thinking. It's pragmatic, make a difference type ability. 2. Change-oriented. They always sought continuous improvement and innovation, and they could leave ambiguity and complexity. Thirdly, able to inspire and motivate others, and then you will be a true talent. After that, when you become the leader, how to improve employee experience? There are 5 points, and I will highlight the point 2. People increasingly want more from work than just the paycheck. They want flexibility, autonomy, and learning opportunities. They are also concerned about how the organization behaves and the integrity of its leaders. For example, employees value their voice being heard, quality of life, and status. Thirdly, as we become the leader, how to create effective, productive, and high-performing teams and individuals. These are the behaviors that from experienced behavior of managers, known as the Magic 8. We can see the 8 behaviors. If you can hire, develop, and retain managers that have the 8 behaviors defined above, you have the raw material to deliver on your competitive people strategy. The core role of people managers is simple. You need to hire and select good people. They should set clear expectations for both individuals and teams, motivate each person, and develop everyone who works for them. Okay, that's all I want to talk about the book. You can read it when you are free. Have a nice day.